Hey everyone, and welcome back to the next episode of Shift Up. It's been a long time. Yeah, we're closing in on our goal of 500,000 subscribers, which is actually the same population as Cape Verde.
Yeah. What are we going to do for our 1 million twice Cape Verde subscriber special?
Man, we're gonna give away about 15 sprinkles off the cupcake. Y'all ain't getting the cupcake, you're just gonna get the sprinkles on top. But yeah, that's what we got for y'all.
So somehow Argentina has made it to the round of 16, and I think it's worthy of discussion. And so do you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, just to start off, I mean, if you haven't watched the game, go ahead and watch it, man. Cape Verde is such an inspiration. And they should be beyond proud of themselves and the way that they've played through this entire tournament. Yeah, I mean, especially against one of the best teams in the world. What a fight. So yeah, I think that it's a game they should be proud of, and I can't wait to talk about it.
So, firstly, what went wrong for Cape Verde, in your opinion?
I don't think anything really went wrong for them. It's one of those games where individually you get outclassed. And it's not anything about like tactics can take you very far. We've seen that, right? Even in terms of the depth and the subs that they put on so many subs towards the end, right? And Argentina didn't really make many subs, right? Argentina can have the same squad, the same tactics the entire game for all of, extra time, all of that. And Cape Verde aren't really able to do that. And so in the way that Cape Verde approached the game, they approached the game exactly how they should have. Tactics were on point. They knew what they wanted to do, but at the end of the day, they just didn't have the personnel to win the game. I was going to say keep them in the fight, but they definitely kept themselves in the fight. But again, it just comes down to the better individual players. It might sound crazy. It might sound, kind of weird, but that's the way that I see it. If a team just on paper is just kind of outclasses everyone else in that position, you can do all the tactics you want. But if tactics are working, right, for both sides, then it comes down to individual performances and how well they are individually.
Yeah, I almost think that individually, pound for pound, that is sort of what bailed Argentina out. Because, listen, Argentina is definitely the tournament favorite team, especially after that group stage performance, just because of how cohesive and how well they work together. But a couple of things are very apparent. Kind of what, some of it's me, some of it is like what I've been seeing other people say is that Argentina are against somebody that really gives them a run for their money. They're not good in transition and they're not very comfortable defending, especially in that sort of low block formation that I guess what like five back.
Yeah,
And there
yeah.
were multiple moments throughout the match where you could see that there was no coverage in the midfield, which part of that is because DePaul was subbed off early-ish into the well, no, not very early into the second half, but like halfway through the second half, which was a bit odd. And well, it definitely kind of exposed them there. But even still, I mean, Cape Verde's second goal came from nothing. So that's not a point where it's like, yeah, they had a really there were good passes, of course, but you can't say it was really a fantastic team goal or anything that Argentina just let slip through the cracks. Like the first one, because there it was an unmarked Cape Verde man in the box,
Right.
and he just slipped it past Martinez. And yeah, I think that Cape Verde should definitely be proud of themselves for sure. And they really sort of scared the living daylights out of Argentina. I mean, it came down to that pound for pound individual performance that Argentina was able to squeak by.
Right. I mean, Argentina just, they have the team that can play at the highest level for the longest time. And
Mhm.
I think eventually it was just going to break down. But yeah, huge props to Cape Verde, and can't wait to see them in the next one because hopefully they can get that team back together, get the gang back, and see what they can do. I'm excited.
Yes, Buzinia has definitely gained a couple more followers.
Than me, actually. Almost like close. He nearly beat me a little bit in followers, but yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have him on the show next episode. The last thing we want to mention about the round of 32 is that game against Portugal and Croatia.
I mean, talk about another thriller that went down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great way to put it. I mean, Croatia drew first blood and then Portugal came back and then Portugal scored another one to seal their victory until there was a very controversial call in the end of extra time or in the end of stoppage time, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, the way that the VAR displayed it, it absolutely looked like it hit his head, but then obviously you see the other angle, and it hits his hair. Maybe if he was bald, then Croatia would have won. But I don't know. It's hard to see. Obviously, the balls have sensors in them or whatever. But yeah, that's definitely a controversial call. But at the end of the day, I mean, we just have to trust that they made the right decision. But
But
I
that's the
mean,
thing. I don't think it was the right decision.
I
And I'm
mean,
not saying it because it's Portugal. I'm saying because literally, like you said, if he was bald, it probably would not have been called the way it was because hair is typically considered part of the body if it meaningfully alters the ball's speed, spin, or trajectory.
and that was the thing. The trajectory and spin didn't change.
Yeah, at least not in my opinion. And of course, there's things that they see that we don't see,
Hmm.
but it's really I don't think that VAR had the ref check the other angle because the angle
No.
from the end of the field from behind the goal, it kind of shows what I'm getting at, where the trajectory of the ball doesn't change meaningfully. And it's it's kind of disappointing for a goal as important as that goal was for Croatia to be judged on such margins and metrics.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they should make the wrong call. I'm just saying if I was the referee, I probably would have been more inclined to give it had I seen that other angle. I think if I saw everything that the ref saw, I would have I probably would have rescinded the goal. But also at the same time, when we see the graph where the sensor spikes up when it detects some sort of movement, right? I mean, for something as minuscule as hair, I mean, what if that was like water from the field? What if it was sweat? Or what if it was a fly? Plus, we don't see like the split second later the spike on the graph when it hits the Portugal defender's head. Like we don't see that.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
So, I'm not trying to say that Croatia was robbed or anything because they did give up a pretty blatant penalty in the box, which that one's another kind of 50-50, but I probably would have given it as a penalty if I
Mm,
was the referee.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that it deserved another look, that call at the end of the game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess that's just the way it goes sometimes. But nevertheless, Croatia played great. Especially in that second half. Yeah, I think they were personally, I think they were all over Portugal. Obviously, Portugal scored a great goal. Great ball in, great header. But Croatia had so many chances. I think the player personally who kept them in was Portugal's goalkeeper. That's probably one of the best goalkeeping performances of the tournament. He kept them in the match. I thought he was player of the match, to be honest. Just phenomenal. Like Croatia could have easily had 4 goals. So I give props to him.
Anyway, that's all we have to say about the round of 32. Nothing else to report. Nothing else happened. There were no other teams, no other games played.
Yep. I didn't see any.
All right, well, We appreciate it. Stick around for our 1 million subscriber special.
You guys don't want to miss them sprinkles.
Don't want to miss them. Hey, you're probably looking at our end screen right now. The best way to support us is to like and share the video.
All the support means a lot. Feel free to join the Discord if you want to engage in more conversation.
Or follow us on Instagram.
Or TikTok.
That's true. We do have a TikTok.
Yeah, we'll link it all in the bio. It's all in the Discord. Join up, and we'd love to talk to you guys.
See you in another week.